In John Carpenter's The Thing, there's a scene where Fuchs asks Mac to meet him in the Thiokol. Thiokol is a snow vehicle, a snowcat, produced by the Thiokol Corporation, which also manufactured ski lifts and snow groomers for ski resorts. So a bunch of cold weather stuff. This is important foreshadowing. The Thiokol Corporation was founded to manufacture a synthetic rubber called Thiokol that was discovered when scientists were trying to make a better antifreeze, and instead they created this rubber, which turned out to be a pretty good sealant. So, rubber sealant that was made by trying to make something resistant to freezing. More important foreshadowing. The Thiokol Corporation also made a lot of solid rocket boosters for pretty much every missile that we have ever fired. And in 1982, when The Thing was playing in theaters, Thiokol merged with the Morton Company, the people that made Salt, to become Morton Thiokol, who had the contract to produce all the solid rocket boosters for the Space Shuttle program. Okay, so weirdly enough, the company named for and founded to manufacture this rubber did not create the rubber to seal the solid rocket boosters. When testing showed that the O-rings might not perform to spec, they just added redundant O-rings. And when a near disaster in 1985 showed that they should not be operated under 53 degrees, they ignored that. On January 28, 1986, it was 32 degrees at Cape Canaveral when the Space Shuttle Challenger launched, and 73 seconds into flight, both the primary and the redundant O-rings failed because the company founded to create rubber sealants from antifreeze and who had whole divisions dedicated to making machinery that was meant to survive cold temperatures outsourced this material despite the manufacturer's warnings, ignored their own data, and gave a go for a cold weather launch that cost 7 people their lives. As an addendum, the Thiokol Corporation sold off its division that created snowcats and ski lifts and snow groomers to one John DeLorean of DeLorean Motor Cars, who in 1982 was producing his one and only model of sports car, the famous DeLorean from Back to the Future. Sadly, the car actually does not perform as a time machine, so it can't be used to go back to the past to fix the fuck up of the Thiokol Corporation. And that's the story of how one throwaway line in John Carpenter's The Thing is ironically linked to the biggest space tragedy in history.